said Barack just cruising through Washington. Tune into the Upfront show presented by Jackson from out of Washington. And yeah, it's well informative and you better know that.
This is Upfront on the Voice of America. I'm Jackson Vunganyi. Research shows that Africa's creative economy has emerged as a key driver of economic transformation, growth, and development by leveraging the continent's rich cultural heritage, arts, and innovation to generate wealth and create opportunities for young people. However, analysts say that for Africa's creative economy to reach its full potential, challenges such as intellectual property protection, access to financing, and infrastructure limitations must be addressed. Sankara Byaruhanga, an alumni of the Mandela Washington Fellowship, heads a creative hub in Uganda. His goal is to help with the marketing of creative ideas by startups in East Africa. He joined me in studio. You leverage technology for economic growth and youth empowerment.
Yes.
What inspired you to co-found this initiative, and how has it evolved over the years?
Okay, so the trigger starts at university, Mbarara University of Science and Technology, one of the biggest universities, actually the second in Uganda, but almost the only one in the region when it comes to science and technology. In the computing faculty, for instance, a survey indicated that from 2013 to 2020, out of close to 3,000 research projects that were made in the computing side, with prototypes being developed by young people, only one was on the market already, like saving people as a community solution. And definitely that is alarming. So when you go back to what it looks like in Uganda, quite a number of hubs, quite a number of organizations that are so much into skilling young people. But if you go back to the young people, the question is, how do I get to the market? I have the skill finally, I can be able to produce a song or anything, but how do I get to the market? So we came on board to close that gap, to say, yes, you can be able to commercialize what you have already created or what you are able to create. Mm-hmm. So we then champion commercialization among young people, not only just in southwestern Uganda, but Uganda and beyond.
In what ways do you think technology and innovation can drive economic growth and development and empowerment in East Africa?
Yeah, so we need to look at the numbers. For instance, Uganda itself, with over 80% of its population being, below the age of 35, all those are young people hooked to smartphones, hooked to tech. Definitely there is potential because users are actually there. And therefore, so from processes to, e-governance to making, a lot of work easy with the whole revolution of, for instance, artificial intelligence, you have an opportunity to make it easy. I can give you an example. Uganda has, I think, the doctor ratio with 1 to close to 2,000 patients. And because of that, medical interns are being deployed to, health centers. That definitely is a gap because they are attending to patients. It means they are already outnumbered. But AI says, I am not here to be a doctor, but I can be able to help you. As you interview Sankara, who is a patient, I can be able to put together the medical
metrics and
exactly,
the information,
the report, for instance, so quick so that you don't have to waste time. Mm-hmm. But also, if you're meeting Sankara who only speaks Swahili, you as a doctor who understands Swahili, me as AI, I can be able to help you, communicate with this patient, and that makes the work efficient. So definitely, tech has potential. Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about how you started in this. What sparked your interest into getting into the tech and innovation space?
Yeah, so like I had earlier noted, noting that I did information technology myself, and before you graduate, you need to present a well-researched project. You don't stop at that. You must present a prototype. a working prototype to the solution. And what happens? We leave them in the shelves at the university and then go back to look for jobs. So one thing, I have a father who is telling me, you're doing IT and you're only getting to the streets to be, repair TVs. That was the perception.
The perception is that
exactly.
You're doing the low tech jobs.
Exactly. Exactly. But I'm like, you man, I have a prototype that I've left at the university that works well. How come I am not able to, earn from it? And just like that. So when we sampled...
And part of your research is to show that it has earning potential, right?
Exactly, exactly. Because as long as something is going to be able to solve someone's problem, then there is a reason enough for that person to pay for it or for it to be able to create some more employment opportunities. So once we documented that very one and submitted, we received funding from Afrinic and we were able to set up this hub. And I can tell you that, for instance, in the last 1 year, we have had 6 tech startups in my region alone that are on the market working already.
They've gone through you.
Exactly, yes. And that is those are being commercialized. So, that was really the trigger.
Absolutely. So as a Mandela Washington Fellow, now alumni, what are some of the specific commercialization lessons that you're looking to implement when you go back to Uganda?
Okay, as a hub, one of them I would tell you, America is the only implementer of the SBDC model, the Small Business Development Center model, and our governments have no clue about this. But you can see a developed country like America supports each state. Each state has an SBDC. That is one. Now, policy-wise, the advocacy side of myself is to advocate for SBDCs for Uganda. But when it comes back to ideas like you asked, I was challenged with simple systems in the USA. For instance, I want to cut my hair, and it is as easy as visit. I won't mention the platforms, but at least there are quite a number of them. Visit them, book a session with a barber, walk in at a time that you have, agreed upon. They work you professionally and what you expect. What happens in Uganda is move into a salon at any time, wait. You're not sure if they're actually going to deliver the best results, and then you're also killing time. So, for instance, what I'm taking back to Uganda as one of the ideas is a mobile application where saloons sign up, and Ugandans have an opportunity to decide, I am going to be able to go to a barber at this time and it is scheduled, they are expecting me, and just like
that's a great idea.
The salon man is happy, and we are also taking back our commission, but also the customer is happy. So we have a number of those ideas that we're taking back.
What are some of the challenges to commercialization of these type of ideas?
Okay, so it goes to understanding, number one, the business model of the idea. Does it really make the business sense? Who has your money of what you have created or what you really think you should create? And how basically are you going to enter the market? What does it take? So the certification be it, the marketing strategy be it, and the business sense, the core business sense, you one being able to capitalize on their value proposition is actually the core of commercialization.
Thank you so much, Sankara Byaruhanga. We appreciate you coming through.
Thank you very much.